Welcome to this informative video on the anatomy and physiology of the human respiratory system. Our exploration begins at the nose, where the respiratory process initiates. The external nares, commonly known as nostrils, welcome air into the nasal cavity. Within this cavity, the air is humidified, filtered, and warmed by the intricate network of blood vessels and mucous membranes lining the passage. Pharynx. Moving deeper into the system, we encounter the pharynx, a junction connecting the nasal cavity and the oral cavity to the larynx and esophagus. It serves as a crossroads for both the respiratory and digestive systems, allowing us to breathe while consuming food and liquids. Larynx, often referred to as the voice box, is a vital part of the respiratory system. It houses the vocal cords, which play a crucial role in speech production. Additionally, the larynx contains cartilages that protect the airway and prevent foreign objects from entering the trachea. Continuing our journey, we arrive at the trachea or windpipe, a tough and flexible tube composed of cartilage rings. This structure ensures the airway remains open and unobstructed. Cilia and mucus work harmoniously to trap and move particles, safeguarding the delicate lung tissues. Bronchial tree. The trachea divides into smaller tubes called bronchi, which further branches into bronchioles. This intricate arrangement forms the bronchial tree responsible for transporting air to and from the lungs. The branching pattern allows for efficient distribution of air and ensures each alveolus receives an adequate oxygen supply. Alveoli. At the end of the bronchial tree lies the mesmerizing alveoli. These tiny, grape-like structures are the true workhorses of the respiratory system. Within the alveoli, the exchange of gases takes place. Oxygen from inhaled air diffuses into the bloodstream, while carbon dioxide, a waste product, is exhaled. The walls of the alveoli are incredibly thin, maximizing the efficiency of this exchange process. Diaphragm and respiratory muscles. The process of breathing is orchestrated by the diaphragm and a network of respiratory muscles. The diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle beneath the lungs, contracts and relaxes rhythmically to create changes in thoracic pressure, enabling inhalation and exhalation. These movements are complemented by the intercostal muscles located between the ribs, which expand and contract the rib cage during breathing. Gas exchange and oxygen transport. The primary function of the respiratory system is to facilitate the exchange of gases between the body and the external environment. Oxygen, a vital element for cellular metabolism, is inhaled into the alveoli, where it diffuses across the thin alveolar walls and enters the bloodstream, where the oxygen binds to hemoglobin within red blood cells, forming oxyhemoglobin, and is transported throughout the body to nourish cells and tissues. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide, a waste product of metabolism, is transported from the bloodstream to the alveoli. From there, it is exhaled out of the body. This continuous process of gas exchange ensures the body remains oxygenated while expelling carbon dioxide, maintaining a delicate balance crucial for proper physiological function. Regulation of pH and acid-base balance. The respiratory system plays a pivotal role in regulating the body's pH level and acid-base balance. Metabolic processes constantly produce acids that can alter the pH of bodily fluids. When the blood becomes too acidic, the respiratory system responds by increasing the rate and depth of breathing. This effectively expels excess carbon dioxide, which combines with water to form carbonic acid, thereby lowering the overall acidity of the blood and restoring the pH balance. Temperature regulation. The respiratory system also contributes to temperature regulation. When the body temperature rises, blood vessels in the skin dilate, increasing blood flow to the skin's surface. The increased blood flow to the skin results in increased heat loss through radiation, convection, and conduction, helping to cool the body. During exhalation, warm, humidified air from the lungs releases heat, further aiding in temperature regulation. Immune defense. The respiratory system showcases its remarkable versatility by contributing to immune defense mechanisms. Mucus secreted by the respiratory passages contains antibodies, enzymes, and other antimicrobial substances that help trap and neutralize potential pathogens. Cilia, tiny hair-like structures lining the respiratory passages, move in coordinated waves, propelling mucus and trapped particles away from the lungs towards the throat. This efficient clearance mechanism prevents harmful microorganisms from reaching the delicate lung tissues. Sensory functions. Beyond its physiological functions, the respiratory system also possesses sensory capabilities. The presence of receptors in the nasal passages and the pharynx allows for the detection of various odors and tastes. This sensory information is relayed to the brain, influencing our perception of the environment and the enjoyment of flavors. Voice production. The respiratory system is intimately involved in the production of sound and our ability to speak. The vocal cords, located within the larynx, vibrate as air passes through them during exhalation. By controlling the tension and length of the vocal cords, we can create a wide range of pitches and tones, allowing for complex speech and communication. The coordinated efforts of the respiratory muscles, particularly those of the diaphragm and intercostal muscles, contribute to modulating the airflow necessary for clear speech. Blood pressure regulation. An unexpected but vital function of the respiratory system is its role in regulating blood pressure. As we inhale, the increased negative pressure in the thoracic cavity enhances venous return of blood to the heart, improving cardiac output and maintaining stable blood pressure levels. This phenomenon, known as the respiratory pump, aids in maintaining proper circulation and oxygen delivery to tissues. Metabolic regulation. The respiratory system is intertwined with metabolic regulation, playing a role in maintaining an appropriate balance between oxygen consumption and carbon dioxide production. During times of increased physical activity, the respiratory rate and depth adjust to meet the heightened oxygen demands of cells undergoing aerobic metabolism. Likewise, during rest, the respiratory rate slows down, ensuring that oxygen intake matches the metabolic needs of the body. Stress and relaxation responses. The respiratory system is closely linked to the body's stress and relaxation responses. Taking slow, deep breaths can trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and reducing stress. This is often used in techniques such as mindfulness and meditation. Conversely, rapid, shallow breathing can activate the sympathetic nervous system, leading to increased alertness and the fight or flight response. Physical protection. The respiratory system serves as a form of physical protection for the delicate structures within the thoracic cavity. The rib cage, formed by the ribs and sternum, surrounds and shields the lungs and other vital organs. This bony structure provides a protective barrier against external impacts, reducing the risk of injury to the respiratory and adjacent systems. Chemical regulation. The respiratory system contributes to the regulation of blood pH by controlling the concentration of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when dissolved in the blood, forms carbonic acid, which can alter the pH level. Perhaps by adjusting the rate and depth of breathing, the body can effectively regulate the elimination of carbon dioxide and maintain a stable blood pH. Overall, the human respiratory system is an orchestra of functions, seamlessly orchestrated to ensure our survival and well-being. From its primary role in gas exchange and oxygen transport to its involvement in temperature regulation, immune defense, and even voice production, this system touches nearly every aspect of our lives. Its ability to adapt to various physiological and environmental demands showcases the intricate balance and integration within the human body. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.